Hello there, you guys. Hello there, you guys. I'm only going to be on for like 45 minutes to an hour. I didn't get the opportunity to finish earlier because I had to leave and go meet someone. But I'm coming back on right now. And I promise you, we'll just be on no longer than an hour. No longer than an hour. Hey, you're just towing. Hey, the Black Barbie. Um, Wait and start letting other people come in to the room. Hey, Angel, the real boss. Y'all, mosquitoes are so bad. I promise you. Hey, GMF. Hey, Churl. Tyranny. Miss Muffin. Positive Vibes. Maddie Stone. Yes, you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna mess around and gain some weight back. But like I said, my birthday is coming up, and so um I guess it has started early. Okay. I made a promise to myself like I was not going because I'm bad about telling people, no, not this time. But this weekend has been a really good weekend. Okay. And I think it's just the days are just gonna get better and better and better as it relates to leading up to my birthday and even after my birthday, because I'm going to celebrate all the way up until the first week of September. Because I'm going to Chicago in September. Your birthday is on the 15th. Hey, Indigo Ray. So you a big Leo. Is your birthday August the 15th? Big Leo energy is in the atmosphere, which is I love the Leo energy. I love the Leo energy. All the lions are out roaring and having fun. I had a nice time today. Leo in the building. I'm going to Chicago for my birthday. Actually, I think that would be like my last birthday gift, but I'm actually going to be at one of my friends' birthday parties that she's giving. She gives herself a themed party every year. Like I was there last year. Very nice. Be there this year. I'll be in New Orleans I'm counting down the days, and and I'm counting down the days because I cannot wait to get on the train. I got a room. I got a actually a bedroom, and I'm just gonna be laying in the bed, enjoying the scenery as I travel. Just really nice. Which is gonna be real nice. So, anyways, you guys, I said I was gonna come back on for an hour because I abruptly got off. Like I said, my birthday celebrations have started. Um, actually started last night. Okay. Um, so I wanted to talk about Hernandez Govan. Um, goes to court on tomorrow, and I was actually talking about Youngdolph's birthday. Okay, when I left earlier today. I had to get off and go meet my friend. But what I was saying was, his birthday. I think it is important and imperative that a philanthropist, because Young Dolph was all in Houston, Texas, giving away cars and just giving away money to the people that lost their job. I forget where that was. So he didn't just do things for Memphis. He actually affected people all over the United States, right? Being a giver and all of that. And so I think it is important to remember him. It's election season, okay? And so what I said that I was going to do is those politicians that that's starting to come through my studio. I want to talk to them about putting, because there is like a mural for him downtown. I was looking at it the other day. His face is painted on a building downtown. But I think like when you're going down, it's not Madison. Somebody help me out. What is that street called that you go straight down when you're going where Southwest Community College? And then there's this big white house that has Aretha Franklin's picture in the yard. It has Justin Timberlake's picture. I think that Youngdolph's picture should go up there also, out there in their yard. Okay. I really do. I think that he's one of the greats. I'm so surprised they don't have Elvis Presley. No, it's not Union. It's after you turn off of Union. After you turn off of Union, by Southwest to the right, going back towards Poplar. Oh, child. Yeah, let me answer him. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, just call me when you finish. Okay. All right. I did. I made it. Okay. All right. Bye. Okay, you guys. Um, okay, what was I saying? I forget. He says, I hope they give Govan 100 years. We're gonna talk about that in just a few. Hey, the realty. I'm back on for like an hour. Hey, Diane. That is not one of my boy toys. Let me just say this. I don't have any boy toys. That's actually just my one, the same person that I went out on a date with last night, which happens to be, as I said before, my ex-boyfriend. So we're just friends. We're definitely just friends. We ain't trying to do nothing. Well, I'm not. I'm not. Anyway, y'all, what was I saying before Steven came into the chat? He always remembered my birthday. Always. Every year he remembers my birthday. Oh, anyway, Steven, let me continue on. I forget what I was talking about. um, forgot. Steven made me lose my train of thought. Just are you talking about the street the all nighter is on? Um, the street that Subway is on. I forget the name of the street that Southwest is on. I am not spinning the block. I do not spin the block. I promise. I don't spin the block. I ain't thinking about spinning no block. Period. I'm not. He says, "Hey baby, you got what I need. Say it, just a friend. But you say it's just a friend." He is definitely just a friend. Anyways, um, so what I was saying about Youngdolph. So it is imperative that we it's imperative that we remember him and everything that he did, right? And that's one of the reasons why I continuously, bring Youngdolph up. Twinkletown Records. Gotta li- I do not. I do not have a label full of boyfriends up there. Listen, this is the guy. I have not dated anybody in 2 years. And I have not been in a relationship in 2 years. In 2 whole years. So anyways, pray for me. Y'all hit the like button. Oh, Stephen Medellin. So anyways, you guys, that's why I came back on. I was really getting deep into that about remembering him and all of that and how important it is and what he was doing. And we definitely don't want for his death to be in vain. His life just being snatched away from him by, according to the police, by people that wanted him gone, that plotted, that wanted this, that wanted him gone. So, hey, I know it seems like that people are going to get away who participated in this, but it's not going to happen. If you look at the energy of Youngdolph's wife, when she's been very vocal, okay, that's just number one, about when she felt like that there was an injustice, right? Um, she's been very vocal about that. You haven't really heard her say anything else. And that's because she understands, I believe, that the wheels of justice turn. Sometimes they turn slow, but they turn, and it has to turn slow so that nothing is left behind. Everything sticks, right? When you turn a wheel slow, right? Everything tends to stick. As it relates to Orange Mound Quet or Hernandez Govan goes to court. I don't really know what Govan and his attorneys, um, what their plans are. I'll say that. But what I will say is that I would hope that if Govan he knows if he was involved in this, that he would do the right thing. Because I don't think that anybody is getting off. Okay, if I just don't think that nobody is getting off. And so, especially if their thing is to try to play, and this is just my opinion, to play games with the prosecution. We do know the thing about defense attorneys, like the one that Govan has, the one from up out of Atlanta, the one from up out of Atlanta. Um, he These attorneys always say, that they want to take things to trial because they stand to benefit. Regardless to whether they can win or not, they're going to always tell their client, hush, that they can win, right? And I guess that's what they are supposed to do. If you take it to trial and there's a money flow, and obviously Manny, there is some type of money flow. Manny does not come cheap. He has traveling expenses. He has expenses when he's in Memphis. All those things. He's being flown out. He's gonna go to trial, so somebody's gonna be paying for hotels. So I guess Govan got that. I can't count his pockets. If he's living in an 8-bedroom house, then I would have to assume that he's making quite a bit of money, or has quite a bit of money, because a 8 bedroom house would be considered a mansion. Okay, a 8 bedroom house, if not a mansion, um something like a mini mansion. But I would think it would just be, because a lot of big mansions don't have 8 bedrooms in it, right? And so when I say that the wheels of justice, sometimes it turns slow, you have to understand that every case is different, right? Each and every case is different. Hey, when you have different entities, I don't know what all that these people have. Okay. Me personally, I just believe that whoever was involved, um, I don't think they're gonna get it on the back end. I think they're gonna go to jail. That's the type of confidence that I have. I never bought into, and which I can understand. When um, there have been narratives and certain things put out about the police department and these people having money, and they bought out the whole police department. That's just not true. I'm not saying that there aren't any crooked officers. When you hear people talk about these certain people that may be working with them, you hear them speak of patrolmen, right? Patrolmen that only patrol the street. They can't sabotage a case. They can leak some information. Man, I heard, that they might be getting ready to do this, but they're not really privy to that type of stuff, right? They cannot sabotage a case. They can't do anything of that nature, other than you know um, you know let them know when they're gonna be clocking on the internet, so that I guess certain people can tell whoever their runners are not to bring their packages in, that particular day or week. I don't know, you know. But listen, hey, it'll be interesting to see, how things go down with Hernandez Govan. Like I said, I just believe that whoever is involved in this, I don't know, only he knows if he's guilty or not. But I just believe that if he's not guilty, if he didn't have anything to do with this, then hey, maybe he'll be set free. But if he did, I don't have any doubts, and I believe 1,000% that if he did have something to do with this, if he did what they are accusing him of doing, okay. I don't know what all evidence that they have, that I totally have um, um, a lot of confidence that it will be a guilty verdict, right? So, I didn't think that, me personally, I didn't think that Govan would go to trial. Um, hey, y'all know I said all the way up until the end that I didn't believe that there would be a trial. Okay, well, he says that he's innocent. Hey, I'm not here to say that he's not innocent. Okay, that wouldn't be my job. But what I do know is that he has been indicted. Right, they got a grand jury to indict him. And thus far, because I don't know what's in those motions. All of that'll come out tomorrow. Whatever it was, the motions and stuff that was filed, that motion hearing, everything that was filed will come out tomorrow. But I will say this: normally, when motions are filed this late in the game, it can't really be that much, other than lawyers are throwing things up against the wall to see what can stick. And when I say what can stick, what can they get eliminated? Okay. From my experience of being an investigator, and when I was in the private sector and working with defense attorneys, um, when they would hire me late in the game, it would be to try to find witnesses. Okay. Maybe the defendant had a witness that could vouch for whatever his alibi is. but this person can't be found. This person is not answering their phone. Okay, so the private investigator would go out and try and track that person down, right? When I would do work for defense attorneys, oftentimes that's what they would. When I was in the private sector, that's what would happen, especially late in the game. It would be to try and locate witnesses, right? From my experience, as far as emotions and stuff, when I was doing work for defense attorneys, when they would file motions this late in the game, oftentimes it would be to try to get cases thrown out. Hey, let's just try and see if we can get a case dismissed, um, based on they don't have enough evidence, based on the witnesses are not credible. Oftentimes, there will be witnesses that they didn't want to be able to testify. They will file motions, saying that this witness is not credible, for the judge not to allow this witness who seems to not be credible to not be able to testify in my client's trial, to be able to influence the um, jury. Okay. These are the types of motions that could only be filed. It's real late in the game, so I don't know if they've filed a motion to have the case thrown out or to have the case dismissed. But they filed so many motions, I wouldn't be surprised. I think they're trying to do any and everything that they think can help their case. And most defense attorneys, he's not doing anything that defense attorneys that play dirty don't do. Okay. These are the types of things that defense attorneys do when they want to play dirty. That's the reason why I've always said I believe that this case is going to be extremely colorful. I don't know what's in those motions, but I'm telling y'all the types of things that are filed this late in the game. I would think that if they wanted to have the case thrown out, they would have tried to get asked for that a long time ago. So maybe that's not one of the motions. Okay. It seems like that would have been if it was they didn't have any evidence, or the attorney felt like that they lacked evidence. That would have been one of the first things. So I don't know. I don't think I believe, or I don't know if that would be one of the motions. So when somebody said, I thought Tamara said such and such, I'm just telling y'all based on experience with all of these motions that are filed, the types of things that attorneys do. Um, I guess, I mean, I can't understand why all these motions being filed right before a damn trial anyway. She would think that they would have already had been filed. Okay. So I don't know if Manny is as astute as as we think he is, right? So anyways, whatever it is that they file, it'll definitely come out tomorrow. Okay. In the motion hearing, when the attorney stands before the judge or whatever, and speak with the judge about the different motions that was filed. So I wouldn't be although I highly doubt it, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not trying. But why wouldn't they though? Why wouldn't they try it? When you're in desperation, you would. Why wouldn't they ask for it to be thrown out? They may ask for the case to be thrown out. They may ask for um um talk for witnesses not to be able to testify because of certain things. They're not credible. These are the types of things that attorneys do. Okay, based on the experience that of what I've seen in being in courtrooms, right? um Stuff like that, evidence, whatever evidence that they may have, they may be asking for that to be thrown out. That evidence should not be able to be used because let's just say they might say that that they violated the law. They didn't go by the laws when they obtained that evidence. They violated the rights of the client or something of that nature, right? They'll do anything to try and get any evidence that they feel like could be hurtful to their client thrown out, right? The prosecutors, the police officers violated the laws, and so this right here should be thrown out because they didn't go, they didn't abide by the laws when they did this, just stuff like that. Right. Cornelius did say that Quet was one of the people that set up the whole thing, and that was just based on the knowledge that Cornelius had. So I guess whatever Cornelius um um Cornelius's knowledge, I guess, went no further than Quet and Juk, according to him. Those were the highest that he had saw, right? Quet and Juk. Okay. Um um Straight drop is something different. And I was thinking today, when I was on my way back home, I was thinking, and y'all know I be thinking and praying and stuff all the time. Look, don't start no shit now. You're gonna get on my nerve. You've been barking now since don't go on now. I done fed y'all, did y'all good. Now leave me alone. Um, and I was thinking about Straight Drop's mother today. Me being a mom myself, and you know, um, thinking about what these guys helped her, how these older men helped her son to crash out. I'm not saying it's totally their fault because Straight Drop has to take responsibility. He's an adult and he knows right from wrong. But she's got a child that's going to be in jail for the rest of his life, right? And we know that with the quality of life in jail is just the chances are, okay, the chances are um that he may not live a long time behind those walls. Now I would hope that he does, but the chances are, but that he won't. Okay, if we're gonna listen to statistics, right? But you think about these people that looked at her son as being nothing, crashed him out, didn't give a damn about him, because if they did, they would have given him a record deal, and he would not have had to go and commit any hits for that record deal. There's no way in the world. It would be totally offensive to me for these snakes to sit up, right, and to keep a pacifier in my son's mouth to ensure that my child stayed in jail without implicating them so that they can live their best life on the outside. Okay, because Straight Drop didn't benefit from Dolph being killed. The men that had the money that concocted this scheme did. Okay, it would be totally offensive to me. I wouldn't want to live in no house that they bought. I wouldn't want nothing that they had to offer. I wouldn't, because number one, they think that they're slick because we put his mama up, okay? And if he ever dares to have any type of epiphany, they ain't worried about not paying the rent. We know where your mama at. So that's to always know where the mother is. Boy, we know where your mama at. Did you forget she living in the house that we bought her? They wouldn't be, I don't think Straight Drop would be worried about them ever putting her out. That would be the least thing to worry about. They want to make sure that they always have tabs on his immediate family just in case he has an epiphany and they can throw out some threats. That's the real reasons why they got them put up in that house. Okay. And so I don't know if the family knows that, if this is true, but there is no way in the world as a mother that these damn dime store hoods could have ever given me a dime of their money after they helped to destroy my child's life. I wouldn't want a damn thing they had other than for them to rot in jail. Okay. And so I get to thinking about, what have we become in life, right? Whereas we we just bought off for $1. Like that mighty dollar, we'll sell our own souls, we sell our own children. When I would be telling my child every minute, listen, you got to pay for what you did. But the people that's it, because see, it would have been offensive to me. And see, I'm a thinker though. These motherfuckers set up, and my child was talented. Instead of helping him, if they was gonna make him a star, they could have made him a star without ruining his life. Okay. Instead, they dangled that money and that contract in his face and said, "You see what money bagging them doing?" Okay, Straight Drop don't even have the talent that Moneybag Yo has. Moneybag Yo is one of the top rappers. We got to be honest. Straight Drop don't nearly have the talent he got, and he ain't no superstar. They ain't even made him a star. Okay, he's not a superstar. So how in the world did Straight Drop ever think that they could make him a superstar? They never planned on doing it, right? And so all those things will be going through my mind. And I think I would have taken the exact same position that Cornelius's family took. Because don't think they didn't try and buy Cornelius's family out. But I would have taken the exact same stance that his family took in saying, hell no. Okay? Your money and dangling money ruined my child's life. But you ain't get ready to ruin my life. And then I will be talking to my child about it. It ain't got nothing to do with no street code at this point. Okay. At least if he had taken the deal that they had offered him, he would have got out. Maybe he would have got out when he was in his 60s and got ready to take it. See, that's the difference in when, people talked about Ganguly. Okay. But Ganguly had Straight Drop right at a point that he really needed to be at. And that's when they hurry up and got him that lawyer, got him Luke. Okay. And Luke came in with his beamers on. Hey, David. And he said, we ready to go to trial, just like Quet's attorney is saying to him. Okay, we ready to go to trial, the tall one. Okay, I forget his name, Manny. Instead of there being some type of negotiations. Hold on, y'all. Hello. Yeah. No. Why? Yeah. You coming? Okay, you guys. I am back. I forgot what I was talking about. So let me just read some of the comments until I can get my train of thought back. Y'all see how forgetful I am these days? That's what happens when you start getting older. Nene says, Miss T, I was wondering why would they have Glow birthday bash around Dolph's birthday? I found that pretty weird because Gotti has an obsession with Young Dolph. The same reason why he dropped the album on Young Dolph's birthday last year, and I think it sold 10. It was streamed 10 damn times, so he could have kept it. Just blatant disrespect. Okay, that's what it is. It's total disrespect. Just evil on a whole nother level. But I love that scripture where God says, when I get them back, you're going to witness it. And y'all know how I paraphrase it. God says, when I get them back for what they did, you're going to see me get them back. Okay. Dot again says, Luke was part of the plan. If not for Mr. Evans, a lot wouldn't have come out. CMG is the all-time dumbest rap label in history. Clarinetta says, Nene, her birthday tomorrow. Stephen, yes, it is. Yes, it is, Stephen. I'm going to find it for you. And the reason I know it is because Evangelist Evangelist White gave it to me, as a matter of fact. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find something. Because she may have sent it to me in a... I'm going to have to find it. And I'm gonna tell y'all the history of that scripture. Okay. But we'll talk about it another time. Okay. I'll look for it later. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Somebody gave it to me. And the reason why I know that it is in there, because we went over it. She took me to it. And I remember when she gave me the scripture, I was going through something. I was going through something on a job that I was working on. And she said, don't worry about it. God says, when I get them back, you're going to see it. And she said, let me take you to that scripture. And I want you to meditate on this scripture. Okay. And that's why I was looking forward to see if she actually sent, if it was in my inbox that she had sent to me. Because now I remember, not only was it that scripture that I meditated on, I started meditating on Psalms. She said, remember Psalms 9:1, called it Psalms 9:1:1. And that was Psalms 91 and 1. Okay. We called it Psalms 911. So I remember, and it has always stuck with me. Miss Beverly. Evangelist Beverly White. Okay. Y'all hit the like button for me. Okay. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. What's up, the Alabama Hitter? Shout out to the Alabama Hitter for doing his thing. I ain't seen the Sight Dog in here tonight. He probably laid out somewhere. He probably drinking his alkaline water. He probably laid out from drinking his alkaline water. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. Okay. If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. But anyways, you guys, as far as like I said, when I was talking about Stray Drop's mom, I be getting sidetracked. I forgot what I think I was the last thing I was talking about was Stray Drop's mother. There's no way in the world that Yo Gotti and Head and all of them could have dared have given me anything after they were directly responsible. I believe helped for my child to crash out when they were in positions to help him. Right, they was definitely in positions to help him, and they chose to help him to crash out. And I think that it's a shame when you start looking at people like, rest in peace to Big Jook, but Big Jook and Yo Gotti and Endless Head and Zach Randolph. These are guys that are older, my age and older, right? Yo Gotti is a little bit younger, maybe a couple years younger than me. But these are guys that could be Stray Drop's father, and some of them can be his grandfather. Okay, I don't know how old Head is, but he looked like he could be his damn granddaddy. Okay, so they need to be ashamed of themselves. Zach, his whole life, been a basketball player. Definitely, he was one of my favorite players. Okay, and so you've heard about the things that Zach was involved in. Okay, you heard Cornelius say that Straight Drop had looked at Hernandez Govan like a brother. So Hernandez Govan, I know, is around my age. So why Hernandez Govan, according to Cornelius, he introduced them to these people. Why, if you look at somebody as being like a little brother to you, why would you help to feed him to the wolves, right? So that's why I say a lot of these men who are actually supposed to be leading our community, they're going to have to reap what they sow. And so, when folks say, well, you just wishing bad on them, I don't have to wish nothing on them. Those are the laws of the earth. Whatever man soweth, it's just what they're going to reap. And so they sowed those seeds, right? They sowed those seeds. And hey, it may look like that people are getting away, but they ain't getting away. Just because you haven't seen them in handcuffs or seen them indicted, folks don't know what they're going through. Okay. Black Youngster is another one. Okay. Black Youngster is another one that I expect for them to start. He's kind of lowest on the totem pole that I expect for them to start feeding to the wolves after Quet. I don't think Quet probably don't know it. You would think he would be old enough to know it, but maybe he has a blind loyalty to Head and Zach. So he wouldn't see. I think we can see it from the outside, and people might say, "Well, it's speculation," but normally I'm never that far off. Okay, and from what I can see, I'll say with my spiritual eyes, um, it's pretty obvious to me that his loyalty would be more so to Head and Zach Randolph. Okay, since according to the police, Zach Randolph was always around the True Mafia guys. Okay, it's a damn shame that he was a basketball player and he ended up sending these guys out. He was in a position to help these guys, give them incentives, because we know if nobody else had money, we know Zach had money, okay, because we saw the contracts and stuff that Zach had coming in. So Zach was in a position to definitely start some type of trade school or something like that to help to put these guys in better positions rather than putting them around him to go and do their dirt and be his protection. He definitely had the money to have professional protection around him. So he didn't really have to deal with these True Mafia guys to pay them to do dirt for him and things of that nature. Okay. So why Zach didn't start like a trade school and so that he could help to put these young men in better positions, I don't know. That's something that he has to answer to his God, whatever, because everybody say they serve God. Now when people say, well, I serve a mighty good God, I have to ask them, well, what God do you serve? Because now you have to ask people now, because everybody don't serve the same God that you serve. Because I serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Some people serve a God and they be talking about Satan. Okay, they call Satan their God. So that's why you have to clarify, especially when you see these folks around here talking about, I just wants to thank God, and they, sending hits and shit on people and feel like, if she don't say what I want her to say, I'm gonna threaten. They do all this evil stuff. Okay, you have to ask folks sometimes because they so damn evil. What God you serve? I think people have the issues confused. They feel like when folks sit up talking about, I serve a mighty good God, they think you talking about the same God that you serve. Okay, a fruit, a tree by the fruit that it bear. Okay, and a apple tree can't produce oranges. Okay, and a lot of people forget that. So but yeah, I want to see, and I think always said this from the very beginning. I want to see the low hanging fruit go down, but I definitely want to see the roots of the tree dug up. The roots of the tree would be the people that came together and decided that they was going to put money up to have Youngdolph taken out. Okay, who all those people were, I don't know. But I don't have any doubts that the police don't. I think the police know, and I think that it's just a matter of time. Okay, because some cases sometimes it takes longer than others, but I think the police know of the people that came together and decided that they was going to put money together to plot on this young man's life. Okay. And because I serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, um, I believe that they will have their day. I do. Because see, it goes back to that scripture. God says, I'm not the son of man where I have to lie. So if the Bible says that a man has to reap what they sow, and that's God's word, then they got to reap what they sow. It ain't nowhere in the world. I don't look at these people as God. I hear some people, God untouchable. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. People, people have been idolizing Baal like situations since the Bible days. Now, in our time, you got folks idolizing celebrities. He ain't gonna go to jail. Why not? Cause he God himself. They down on their damn knees. Why? Why? If he broke a law, he helped to pay and put a hit on this boy. Cause he's bigger than God. That's how pathetic they are. That's what they be saying. The police can't do nothing to him because he God himself. I ain't never in my life looked at nobody that has flesh and blood running through their veins just like I do as being a damn God. Anybody can be taken down. Anybody. And so my mind works differently. When I see somebody like Yo Gotti that has to have a whole damn police department around him to protect him, it seems to me he understands that he is not God either. Else he wouldn't have all that damn protection around him. He understands that he could be hit and knocked down. It's these damn fools that a lot of damn fools that feel he untouchable because he got the whole police department up on his scale. Every time the damn man spit around, he talking about the feds watching me. Yeah, I know the feds trying to get me. He understands that he can be touched, but a lot of these people that worship him don't. Okay, but I know he can and will be at some point. Okay, because he helped to set that boy up. He did that. They did that. Him and some of the other ones, and they was wrong for that. You have to reap what you sow. Okay, you got to reap what you sow. Okay. And so I hope in all this that some of these young men take a lesson from this. And see and learn that it just ain't worth it. Okay. It should be an insult. You should think so much about yourself. See, I know a lot of them young dudes be looking at my page. They know I'm the truth. Okay. And I ain't even tapped in the street. Okay. No, I ain't tapped in the street. Sure not. I want for these young men to think so much of themselves that a Gotti or a Head or a Zach or a Moneybag Yo or whoever can't dare not ever think that they could come to them and ask them to go commit a hit. Because see, it's just some people that you already know not to ask certain things. The thing that they got straight dropped to do, there was certain people that they knew not to ever ask something like that because of the way that they carry themselves. And so I want for these young men, especially these young Black men, to start carrying themselves in a way whereas they know better than to ever ask me to go crash out. Negro, you think my life ain't worth shit? You want me to be your damn hit man? Y'all know how I get. Go get your mammy to do it. You and your mammy go commit the hit. Go dig your grandmammy up. See, that's when I get South Memphis on them. Go dig your damn grandmammy up and you and your damn grandmammy go commit the hit. You asking me to ruin my life to take out your competition because you mad and jealous? Is you crazy? It's supposed to insult you. I give you a record deal. You don't. I got a talent. I know my talent gonna get me places. I ain't got to go commit your dirty work. Why don't you go do it? Ask them. What y'all need to do is start turning. Why don't you go commit the hit? You got the issue with him. You know what they're going to tell you? No, I got too much to lose. Yeah, I got the issue with him. I'm jealous of him. I want him dead, but I got too much to lose. I can't go commit that hit. I can't go do it for myself. So that means they think you nothing. And trust me, the stuff that y'all put y'all, the danger and stuff. Because now when you hit at these folks, they hitting back. You go take out somebody like Youngdolph that's got money. You think he ain't got a lot of dudes around him that's got money? So then what they do is they go back to their mansions, just like they did with Straight Drop, money bagging them all haul ass out of Memphis when they did that to Youngdolph. They took their asses. Um, uh, Black Youngster did, and he ain't came back up no more until recently. Okay, and he ain't came back right. I'm gonna talk about him in a minute. Okay. Um, but they go back to their mansions, and then these little dudes are left in the hood. The little money they pay them, $40,000, ain't enough to even slap nobody. Whereas you gotta consistently look over your damn shoulder. 100,000 ain't enough. 500,000 ain't enough. Where you gotta consistently look over your shoulder for retaliatory situations of them folks coming to get you, because somebody gonna tell it. Okay. And so I just, I hope and I pray. I mean, in a perfect world, because I understand that now what they do is these little dudes and stuff, they're on all types of fentanyl. That's why they chose Cornelius, because they never had any plans on paying him. Okay. They lowballed him, because anybody that think that they only pay $100,000 for a hit is a damn fool. Y'all do know that that's what they told Cornelius, right? Them folks got, okay. And then they decided they decided they wouldn't even pay him that. And then how much protection did he have at the feds for him? Well, if he had all that protection around him at his brother's funeral, I'm sure it was a lot of protection at the FedEx for him, which would be a good thing, because I don't want to see nobody hurt him. I don't want to see nobody kill him. I don't. His mother has already lost a child. His brother's children have lost their father. He didn't give a damn about Youngdolph's children, but I don't want to see his kids lose him. See, Youngdolph's kids got to grieve for the rest of their life, just holding on to memories of their dad because of jealous mother suckers. But because I have the spirit of God that lives on the inside of me, and I am a human person, I have human feelings, because I am truly made in the image of God. I ain't half demon. Okay, because I don't, when they say we all created in God's image, all these folks ain't came from God. Some of these folks is I don't believe that everybody came from God. Okay. Because anytime you can get jealous enough and mad enough to keep concocting a scheme to take somebody out until you finally kill him, it ain't nothing humane about that. Even animals give up on killing certain prey. So these dudes was lower than a damn animal. No. Okay. No, I don't want to see him taken away from his children. Okay. So I'm glad that he put security around him. Okay. Because God got his way of getting him. Okay. And that's strictly between him and God. What I do know is he sowed those seeds and he got to reap what he sowed. God has his people everywhere. So when people get to hollering about, well, you know, you got the feds. I heard somebody say one time, he got feds in his family. So everybody that works in the feds is his family. Everybody. Okay. No, it ain't possible. So, hey, rest in peace to Youngdolph. Today is his birthday. And I mean, he would have reached a milestone in his life. He would turn 40 years old. Turn 40 years old. And he's taken away. Just while walking into a cookie shop, he was not a threat to nobody. Okay, he wasn't a threat to anyone. They decided to take his life. Okay, you have to read what you sow. But as far as Hernandez go, man, they tells me true results. Y'all hit the like button, y'all. We don't even have 100 likes, and we got like 167 people in here. You all hit the like button for me. Hit the like button so you can at least get me over 100 likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Y'all still not hitting the like button. Yeah, I asked them, they took a like, somebody unliked the channel. They took the damn like back. And I bet they still in the bushes. Hold on. Be quiet, girl. Just keep on running the likes up for me. I would appreciate that. But somebody came into the chat and said that True Results says that he's gonna cover the Quet's motion hearing tomorrow. So I guess we can wait for True Results to give us all the inside details and stuff of everything that's gonna go on in the courtroom. Y'all know True Results bees outside. Okay, we have to give him his props. He be outside. We can't take that away from him. Nene says, I hope Glow is not falling down the same path with those drugs found in her house. She has a lot of symbolic tattoos on her body. In order for them to have did what they did when she had I forgot what it was called, scheduled drugs. Okay. It would have been different if she would have had a bottle of prescribed pills or whatever. I think they saw something that was extremely concerning as it relates to that. Because, if you got scheduled pills, you got scheduled drugs, you need just a bottle at a time. You be prescribed like just a bottle at a time, right? What's up, Big Pressure? Yeah, I hope that she's not going down a rabbit hole like that. So, we live in a culture now where when people say, well, I'm concerned because usually where there's smoke, there's fire. Well, police crooked. Okay, yeah, but she has been pulled over, um, it's concerning. People don't want you to bring up things that can be concerning, that could possibly help a person. Hold on, you guys. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. She said, Tam, get ready to put her boy Al Green on. Now I'm gonna put Al. I'm gonna be listening to Al Green on the train. um, but happy birthday to Young Dolph. I hope that the lesson was the lesson was gotten. I hope that justice is served in totality. Okay, I hope that justice is served in full totality. Um, yeah, I do. Um, Now I will go on record as saying this, that oh yes, yeah, Barry White is one of my favorite artists. Okay, I know I done told the whole world this. If my subscribers now, if you knew, don't be taking none of this stuff personally, because we have fun up in here. Yeah, that's right here, the long live dog. Barry White, I had a crush on Barry White. Okay, his voice was so sexy. Nene says, I was just listening to Dolph's song, I Want to Get Away. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys. I am back. Y'all run the likes up, okay? Make sure you guys run the likes up. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the Cash App, or you can hit up the Super Thanks. I have a campaign going, so if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel that way, okay? I'm just waiting on y'all to take the likes all the way on up, okay? Hold on 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 minute. Hey. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Nene says the devil has his people on earth working as well. Yeah, right. Because people now are looking at money as their God. How in the world, could people ever put paper over a human life? These people paper, made paper more valuable than a man, a father. As I always say all the time, Young Dolph was not their life. They're not God. Even though a lot of people worshiping them as they worship Baal. Okay. Um, but I mean, I know better. They're not my God, and they're not anybody's God. Okay. And so they had no right to take that man's life like that. They just killed that man like that. paid them troubled dudes that was already out there troubled to go and find that boy and kill him. Okay. And there was such a history of it that they just continued on from 2017. They continued on from 2017. I want to show y'all something. Okay, let me show y'all something. And I be getting emotional because I love to see people win. And it hurts me when people are taken from their life because of their great.
I was leaving a day party. And we was headed to where we was headed to. Pull up on a day party, get up the street. They started shooting. They shot. Shooting was over with. And shit, I had another party to go to that night. You know what I mean? So shit, we went and did our part then.
Okay, so even here, the boy didn't tell on him. They was constantly trying to take his life. He kind of talked around what they did, because if it was me, I'd have filed some charges on him so quick. If I was, I would have been one of the ones that was around Youngdolph that was calling Crime Stoppers and reporting their motherfucking ass. Because if they had their asses in jail, they never would have. Wouldn't have had time to be out trying to kill him and take him away from his damn greatness. The boy gave him some grace, never filed charges on him. I'd have put so many on him, I'd have made up some and put on them. Since they want to, with the type of money that Youngdolph had, I probably would have retaliated. He had a right to do it because they was constantly trying to kill him. Okay, but I digress.
Night. You know what I mean? Like, that was what was on the internet. People had everywhere, like, after it had happened, everybody was doing a lot of talking. They were like, oh, Dolph got hit, or Dolph this, Dolph that. Yeah. Shit, the next thing you know, it's footage up online of Dolph performing. You know what I'm saying? Said the line, you think I'm going out like Pac and Biggie, you must be stupid, because it's like, shit, like, everybody know it, you know what I'm saying? Like, they tried to pull a move. They tried to get me in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody see that my haters is bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? But if you think I'm finna go out like Pac and Biggie, you must be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, this 2017, I can't do that, and I ain't.
So they had been trying to kill him since 2017. Y'all think the feds gonna let them play in their face like that with everybody looking? They so damn dumb. They constantly was trying to kill him since 2017 with the whole world looking. The federal government couldn't get Youngdolph to even tell on him. Nothing. He kept it solid. Because I'd have told on him. They'd be in jail today, especially Black Youngster. Okay? Since he was once in straight drops position. Anyways, I digress. Let me keep going. Y'all know I have to stop the video. Can't play it all the way through.
Going out like that. Like, you're gonna have to try harder. You know what I'm saying? For real. Or really basically just stay out my way. And that's, like, I don't give a fuck what you come from, what you doing, what you used to, how you grew up, how you was fucked up, or your parents was fucked up, or whatever. Like, that shit don't determine your future. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy. Like, it ain't easy, but it's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mind thing. So, like, to me, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the negative shit, take all the bullshit, turn that shit to something positive. Do your thing. Keep it pushing. One thing that I know for sure, and I've been knowing this shit for a long time, you kill your haters with success. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers envy me because of my success. They envy me because of the type of person I am. A lot of people that done got to the status of me or where I am and where I'm at in my career, they done had signed like at least 3 deals. And that's not including their management deals and none of that shit. That's including their record deals. You want to talk all the rest of their other deals, it's probably 5 deals where they about trying to get to where I'm at in my career. You know what I'm saying? And me, I never signed a deal. And it is all straight independent. But the only thing I'm doing is being a living testimony to all of everybody, all the rappers, trappers, hustlers, anybody's getting in this game and ready to goddamn get them some M's to take care of their business, dog. You know what I'm saying? And really be into this shit and you straight, really about your business, you can do this shit.
He said it. They envied him because of his success. He was riding around in a Rolls Royce then that he said he had went over there to the lot and paid cash for. Or they had delivered to him. Okay. And so people think that it's okay, it's noble that a person can be the biggest. When they take a man from his kids because he envied them because he was mad about some words. Okay. Youngdolph's family deserves justice. So when people say, well, I wouldn't wish jail on nobody. Well, Youngdolph's family want justice. And justice is jail. Youngdolph left his folks sitting pretty. You know, these people around here talking about they done borrowed $100 million. Now the rumor is Youngdolph did say himself when he died that his kids was gonna always remember him and know that he was their dad. And now allegedly now he left Mia J is the one that's got about $100 million. He left them kids about $100 million of money that they ain't got to pay back. Okay. So I think little Aria and Trey Trey is the $100 million heirs. Okay. And that's because that chocolate dude right there, he did that. And so they envied him so much that they pay somebody $800. And the thing that's so sad is I believe that he would have countered if they had just told him they sent us over to kill you. They told Cornelius Ford it was straight drop them got more money. That'll come out probably in the federal case. Davin says King of KOM, the only real rapper in the city that didn't get on his knees. Absolutely. Althea says that's why the earth shook. He left generational wealth for his family. That's a real man. You know, you have people that die, they sit up and they trap forever. And they take every dime they got and go spend it on clothes and go spend it on shoes and go spend it on, they ain't got a damn dime in their pocket. Okay. And so when they die, they mamas and them have to go sell fish and spaghetti plates, okay, with slaw to try and get them a casket when really they ought to go damn box and thrown in the backyard in a hole in the backyard. Okay. Because how you gonna trap your whole life and then leave your kids with nothing and put your folks in a damn position where they got to be out sweating and shit in the hot sun selling, trying to push fish plates just to be able to put your ass in a hole. That's why I said they need to dig a hole in the backyard and throw his ass in it. Okay. Diane says Dolph was too good of a man to have been done like that. It pisses me off. But God, yeah, but God. Every dog got a day. What's up, Chat Town? Okay. Every dog got a day. And a hound dog got two. That's what my grandmother used to say. My grandmother used to say, every dog got a day. And a hound dog got two. And when you go and they was hound dogs. They had a consistent pattern of trying to take that man's life. They was not Happy until he was no longer breathing. I wonder, has it made that life better? Okay, you had head in them talking about they was independent. Okay, and they ain't. A lot of people gonna wish they had just left them alone. Because that root of that tree coming up. It's coming up. And I think they've been digging at it for a long time, since about 2021. Okay, late November. So I don't know why people think that they can get together and lie and scheme and think they're going to get off with something. They're going to wish they had did a Cornelius, okay? He says, ass backwards trappers. Absolutely. Y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. You sure got to reap what you sow. You sure got to reap what you sow. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Y'all hit that like button, okay? I wanted to show you all something else. Hold on, you all. He said, Tamara, I recap your live from this morning and hit the like button. You were definitely cooking, and I hate that you're being harassed. Shit doesn't make any sense, right? You still got these same people that what they did to Youngdolph, they get so desperate. I guess they feel like, I guess they think I'm the one working that case. I mean, I can't work that case. Okay, I can't work it. I don't. law enforcement is working their case. So if they're gonna be mad at anybody, they need to be mad at themselves because they put themselves in this position. I don't know. I guess it's because I'm human. When people say, you know, these folks, they know these people had something to do with them killing this young man, but they don't feel like that they're supposed to go to jail. Okay. Um, have you all hit the like button? I would have opened up the phone lines. I said I wasn't going to be on here long. Like I said, we all know that Hernandez Govan goes to court tomorrow. True Results says he's going to be in court. True Results says he's going to be in court. Um, says you could take the rapper out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the rapper. That's so true. So True Results says, that's what was told to me, that True Result says he's going to be at the courthouse covering the case. Okay, so maybe they'll let him in for the motion hearing. I'm sure media will be in there. So tomorrow, everybody will get to know for sure what it is, all of the motions that Hernandez Govan's lawyer, all of the motions that was filed, right? You know, as far as those subpoenas, um, it could have been, they could have been trying to serve some more people. Who knows? Chat Town Founder says, piggyback off what you were saying, people have it misconstrued when they say stay out of Memphis business. Once it hits the news, it's every right. Once it hits the news, listen. Just like earlier today, I was vlogging on Turk and what's going on with Cash Money. That's New Orleans business. Even though I think Turk lives in Memphis, but that's definitely New Orleans business because Turkey is from New Orleans, and it's in the media. So people vlog on what's in the media. They have a right to vlog on and have an opinion, whether I agree with it or not. I can't make people believe what I believe. I can't make them agree with me on certain stuff, right? And I'm not. I don't try to. Um, but people have a right to vlog on whatever it is that they want to vlog on if it's in the media. And just like I was saying, now that we see the tables are turning and more of the energy is shifting towards New Orleans, like the New Orleans podcasters are starting to get a lot of motion. I think that cruise that's being led by OG Murder. Okay, we saw Gangster come out, and he came out of prison and he did really good numbers and stuff. Terrence Gangster Williams, but OG Murder, it has come out, and Murder is doing really good. And the thing about it is, I was looking at Murder says that he's on the backup page. OG Murder is funny, and people have already been striking at his page. That's the nature of the beast. That's what happens in our community. They see that murder is going up, and they don't even want. That's why when he said, send me $1," okay, I think that people should send him $1, okay, because Murder says that Murder be having like over 1,000 people on his live. If everybody sent him $1, he would have about $1,000, right? Murder says he sometimes he had $300, $400 days. Um, but we see a lot of people looking at New Orleans, and I'm very interested in it. Tam, don't they know what you do? It's like they are putting themselves and the case in your hands. Um, you talking about the people that be harassing me or try to harass? And see, I don't have no problems with them going with filing reports on people. Harassing folks is against the law. Okay, sending terroristic threats over the internet is a federal crime. You're not even supposed. I think it's a federal crime even to be sending threats over across a government electronic situation over the internet. It can be looked at as definitely as terroristic, but I think it's a federal crime. Yep, that's a federal crime. But you guys, we definitely got to pray for Youngdolph's family. Um, as it relates to Big Jook, hey, if his family wants justice for him, I pray that um that there's justice for him if that's what they want. Um, it seems to me, just from what I've heard, what happened to Big Jook was way more thought out. Okay. Um, way more organized, rather over the internet or not. Yeah. Y'all run the likes up. What Stangy say? Run them likes up and keep me hyped up. So y'all run them likes up and keep me hyped up, okay? Um, somebody says Cypress is on live. I didn't know that. I should have checked. I definitely didn't know that. I sure should have checked. Because I normally don't go live when him or Hitter is on live. I wait until they get off live or just do it the next day. So I didn't know that he was on live because I would have waited. It said, get me hyped up. Do you all have any questions? I'm trying to see where the phone is because I would put the number up, but I don't know what I did with that phone. So y'all can write some questions in the chat. Let's see how many more minutes. I'll be on for about 15 more minutes. So y'all could just put the questions in the chat. He says, I didn't receive a notification from you. Oh, wow. YouTube be tripping sometimes about sending out those notifications. That's messed up. A lot of people be saying that they don't get the notifications for when I come on unless they're already on YouTube. So happy birthday to Youngdolph. Let's see. Y'all know what my favorite song is. I think one of this song is because every time I'm riding down Elvis Presley, I look over there at that the chop suey place where he did I don't know why I cannot think of the name of that video. Is it supposedly mistakenly or something like that? And then where he shot this video was over there at Elvis Presley and Norris, and I went to Norris Elementary, so I know the area extremely well. One of my favorite songs that he has. Okay. This is why I think this song right here is why.
With Asana, AI teammates are here to help level up your goals. Try it for free.
I really believe that this song right here is why I heard that. And I don't know why that didn't come out in court, but it's a lot of stuff that they didn't bring it out in the trial because they already knew that they had straight drop in a chokehold. So that he was not getting loose. But I think this song right here, because when they shot him the first time, they shot up his van. That was the second time he made this song. And I think that is why whoever straight drop called, I'm told that he called someone. And when they spotted him in that cookie shop, and whoever it was on the other end of the line, at first I thought it was Juke, but I don't think it was Juke because they called Juke after they committed the crime. Somebody was called when they spotted Youngdolph, and he went into that cookie shop, and whoever it was told them, from my understanding, to make sure he does not come out of the cookie shop. Okay. But this right here is I think this song right here is the reason for that, because every time they would shoot at him, he would go and make songs that would go platinum or gold or whatever, and people would go wild about the songs. They didn't want him to live to be able to make another song like this, okay? Go back to that part when he says, my wrist say, I've been getting paid. I love it right there. I love it. That's so motivational when I hear him say, my wrist say I've been getting paid. He talking about that bling on his arm, that bracelet. We have to play it a little bit and then we have to stop it. They said it's so many videos and pictures of Dolph. Yes, it is. Shout out to Youngdolph. Happy birthday to Youngdolph. My heart goes out to Youngdolph's mother and father. I know that at one time, Youngdolph's father was suffering with ailments. I pray that God gives him breath and life and strength to be able to give him the gift of being able to see every single person that plotted and paid for the demise of his child. I pray that God gives him the strength to live to see the root of that tree dug up. Okay. And if it gives them, and I know that Youngdolph's family is more than likely kept abreast of a lot of things that go on, and they know a lot more than us. Okay. But if it gives them any solace, any solace, I think that's how you pronounce it. What's Stephen at? Is it solace or solace? I think it's solace. There are people, from my understanding, and I mean, I trust the people that tell me stuff. There are people that's working to dig up the root of that tree, so they don't have to worry about not getting justice. You know, things. It may seem like it's not going to happen, but it will happen. It will happen, and it happens just at the right time. Right? Everything happens at the right time. So, you know, I don't walk around harboring any hate or wake up looking for and wondering if CMG, you know, if anybody has been arrested. I know that it's going to happen at some point, right? All those people, and not just Yo Gotti, it was other people that was involved in this, according to the police. right? So it definitely goes up from above the straight drops and the Corneliuses and all of these other people. It goes up. It goes up higher. So all of these people decided they wanted to do this, and they're gonna have to pay for it. It's a price to pay for that. So, hey, rest in peace to Youngdolph. He would have reached a milestone in his life today. He would have been 40 years old, still a young man, but he was going into another age bracket. Unfortunately, you had a bunch of greedy men that played God or tried to play God, and they paid to have him taken up out of here. And so they're gonna have to reap what they sow. It's definitely coming. But like I said, if it gives, I believe the people that tell me things, I trust what they say because they would know. And now I'm not tapped in the streets. I'm not. But I hope that Youngdolph's family knows that justice will be served at some point in totality. And it's not something for those that it's just wishful thinking. No, it's not wishful thinking to me. If people gonna be mad at anybody, they need to be mad at God. I mean, if they want to be mad at anybody, because God says you have to reap what you sow. So, not me. Anyways, you guys, I said that I was not gonna be on here long. Somebody said that Cypress was on, and I did not know that Cypress was on because I normally, like I said, check to see if Hitter or Cypress is on. But I walked in and I was like, let me jump on live right quick. And I'm not gonna be on long. And so that's why I'm getting ready to get off. Because I said I was not gonna be on long. I gotta prepare myself for work tomorrow, prepare my clothes, all of that. I'm gonna sit and meditate and pray. Because I don't know what this situation holds as it relates to Hernandez Govan's trial. But what I do know is that as far as I know, Hernandez Govan is still outside, okay? Which means he'll be coming back and forth to court. And so I do pray that nothing happens to him or anybody else. Nobody, no innocent people get caught in crossfire. I pray that it is a peaceful, that things go the way that it should go, and nobody loses their life or anything like that. Okay, so you have to ask God to go before you. I don't know what courtroom that they are in, they're going to be in, or nothing like that, but you definitely have to ask God to just go before you, go before all the people that have to be down there on those days. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I got to get myself ready for work tomorrow. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.